When is a good time to get a knee replacement? Hey, this is Russ. I was thinking, when is a good time to get a knee replacement? Is there ever a good time? All right, here's my suggestion to you. Now, some people feel let's do it early in the spring because then we have the rest of the year to deal with it. All right, and summer will be coming up, fall will be coming up. I don't have to deal with anything with the winter. That's a good strategy. Okay. Other people feel let's do it in the summer because it'll be nice and warm. I can get around. Okay, we'll think about that one. Other people feel maybe the fall is a good time. Because it's not as hot anymore and it's just easier for them. And finally, some people feel winter is the best time to get it. I don't know about that one. Let's talk about it. So here's my suggestion about when is the best time of the year to get a knee replacement. You have to kind of figure if your knee replacement doesn't go well, like mine. For those who don't know, I had a knee replacement done, 2 manipulations under anesthesia as well as radiation, and I am still dealing with my knee. It's coming up on 7 months now. I had mine done September 19th of 2019, and so at first I thought it should be good because doctors were telling me that most patients are finished after about 2 months. Okay, well, I'm not most patients. So 7 months later, I'm still dealing with it. Although my range of motion is a little bit better now, I'm still dealing with the issues of being able to bend my knee well on a daily basis and also the issue of walking. All right. So here's what you need to kind of consider. If your knee replacement goes well and you do finish up in about 2 months, like many people do, and I'm talking about not totally finishing up, but to the point where at least you're functional after 2 months, yeah, you could do it almost any time of the year that you would like to do that. But mine's being in September actually came out to be a good time. Here's why. Physical therapy. Okay, you have to consider physical therapy. Now, you're going to go to physical therapy, and if you're not going to go do physical therapy after your knee replacement, I think that would be a big mistake. All right, so if you finish up in 2 months and you do it in, say, September, you're talking November, you should be good, and that's before winter months hit and everything, nice and easy, right? But if your knee replacement doesn't go well, you're gonna be going through winter months as well. And here's why I felt September was a good month to do it, because if you have insurance, your insurance company may only pay for a certain quantity of physical therapy sessions. For my insurance company, they would give me 60 physical therapy sessions per year. Now that is not just for knee replacement and anything else that goes on, you get another 60. Like if you had, something, you broke your wrist or something, you don't get another 60. It's 60 physical therapy sessions for the whole year for whatever ails you. Okay, so let's say you do a knee replacement and then you have 1 or 2 other surgeries happen within the next month or 2. Yeah, you get 60 total for everything. All right, now you may say, well, how many people go through 60 knee replacement physical therapies? Well, I did. In fact, I did 80. And the only reason I stopped is because of the current situation we have now with the virus. So here's the thing. In September, if you went 5 times a week, which I did for months, okay, you're going to run out of that 60. But you're going to run out of it at the end of the year. So when January comes around again, you have another 60. So if I planned it for September, I get 60 through the end of the year. I'm not done. Starting January, I get another 60. So I could theoretically do 120 physical therapy sessions just for my knee. You may need that. you never know. Now, nobody plans for a bad knee replacement. Everyone plans that everything will go well, and they're hoping in 2 months' time, like everyone else, they're pretty much back to functional. But you can't predict that that's going to happen. So having that backup of having an additional 60 physical therapy sessions right after the previous 60 sessions gives you 120 sessions to go to if you need to do it. Now, I did 80 sessions, and the only reason I stopped is because of the VIRUS issues. And if it wasn't for that, I'd probably still be going to physical therapy. I'm now at the point where I have to do all of the stuff on my own. Now, I've gone to enough physical therapy sessions to know what things I need to do, and I do have a recumbent bike, and that helps me. I was going to a gym. Unfortunately, that shut down as well because of the VIRUS. So, yeah, it's all up to me. Now, here's another thing you need to consider. Winter, all right? If you do this in fall and your replacement doesn't go well, you're running into winter. Now, you're going to have to deal with getting through the snow and everything like that. And the question, too, becomes, do you drive yourself or is someone going to drive you? Now, if someone's going to drive you to every physical therapy session, it's probably not a big issue. But if you've got to drive yourself, that could be an issue. The first time I got into the car was kind of difficult. You know, I mean, you can't bend your knee, so your leg is kind of like straight, and trying to climb into a car is difficult when your leg is straight. Now, luckily for me, this was my left knee that was operated on. So, you know, if I had to drive a car, I could drive with my right. But here's another thing you may not remember. You're taking medication, all right? And that medication could cause drowsiness. So if you're trying to drive yourself to physical therapy, you can't do it with medication legally. Or, I don't know if it's legally, but you shouldn't, okay? Probably legally as well. But I stopped my medication. After several months, I found that the medication really didn't do any difference to me when the physical therapist was pushing on my knee. It hurt regardless. I was going to scream regardless. So I figured, why take the medication? It doesn't really hurt, at least for me, it didn't really hurt that much when I wasn't being pushed or when I wasn't exercising the knee. So I lived with it. I essentially said, you know, I'd rather drive myself to physical therapy than rely on someone else, which of course everybody's working, so they can't really drive you to any of these sessions anyways. People said, well, take an Uber. Well, I can barely get in the car. They're going to stick me in the back of a car, which doesn't have much leg room. I need to be in the front of the car, right? And bending it is difficult. So for me, the best option was to drive myself, and that would mean don't take the medication. So these are things you need to consider, all right? Quantity of physical therapy sessions that you may need, all right, in case your knee replacement doesn't go well, and whether you're going to drive yourself to physical therapy or someone else is going to drop you off all the time. All right. So these are things that I think you should think about before considering, you know, what time of year you should actually do your surgery. For me, my recommendation would be around September. Same thing as me. That gives you at least enough time that if you have to do 5 days a week for physical therapy, you might come right up to the 60 times at the end of the year, and then you'll get another 60 for the following year. Now, if you have to do another surgery, if you have another knee replacement to do, I still feel the best thing to do would be September. And the reason is because you'll use up most of the physical therapy for that year on the one knee. And, you know, if you have to go into the next year, well, yeah, if you have to go into the next year, you're going to eat up the other 60 or parts of that 60, which will hurt you for your physical therapy for the next knee. My recommendation is if you can push off a second knee to the following year, would probably be better. But I do know of people, and I have met people who have done both knees at the same time. I think that's personally very difficult to do, but I've seen it happen. And I'm telling you, there was a guy at my physical therapy sessions. He did both knees in 2 months. He was good with both knees already. So there are people who recover very quickly and do very well with it. And for him, he only wanted to go through pain once. But I always have a hard time understanding how you can function with both knees out. I mean, I rely on I hate to say my good knee, because that knee has issues too, but I rely on that other knee, my right knee and my right leg, to get me through the left leg that has the issue. Doing both at the same time, man, how do you even go to the washroom? These are things I think about. All right. Anyways, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys next time.